Let's see if I can figure out how to turn this damn thing on again. Okay, here we go. Today, Epiphany. I think I've got an idea of how to make this game mo beta or mo beta. I think it's gonna be some drastic changes from last time. If it all works out, we'll see. Really crazy ideas today. Well, actually, less crazy than they have been, but we'll see how it goes. Okay. So let me. I've got notes and stuff, and let me try to make some of the stuff that I was making. I guess I'll talk about it a little bit. Okay, so before I had this bullshit over here on the side. I kind of like it. It is, we're saying that this is. Get one of these. This is a work week, and it is a certain length. Like this is a 5-day work week. It has 5 segments. The type of work that you're doing, or the type of things that you're learning, are the color of cube that's on the work week. So this is allotting those 5 days, and I'm working in green technology or whatever. Okay, so let's say that there are 4 types. There are green, purple, red, and blue. Okay, so when we look over here, we can see all these technologies are at 5. So that means that if I get a green cube, in order to place it in my calendar, it's got to be of a 5 segment length. It can go longer, but it cannot go shorter. Okay, so if I get enough sad faces and we go to the market, I haven't really explained all that shit, but this allows us to buy shorter segments. That means anytime I get a green cube and I want to shrink it or go longer, I can shrink it to this amount, so 3. The advantage of getting smaller and smaller strips is that you can learn multiple things during a week. So like let's say, I've got this one and this one. Now I could learn 2 cubes worth of stuff during that week instead of spending all week just to learn one thing. Okay, so now one of the things I can think about is I can learn special stuff within that trait, and that's underneath here. So what we do is, if you look at here, let's look at I went over that, so let's look at this. Okay, so this is a 5 length week, and let's say we're going to make it a green technology week. Okay, what I can do is a special technology. We'll call it special. I don't really have a name for it right now. Let's say I flip this over. This solid color shows that it's a foundation for learning. So it's on the bottom. This is patterned. So we're going to show that this is going to go on top of the foundations of learning. So we'll talk about going smaller. I got a dog trying to go outside. I might have to stop here in a second. We don't know. Okay, so let's see. If the technology, the specialized technology that we're doing on top of the regular technology is the same color, so this green right here, let's say we have the technology smaller, like a smaller segment. So this means that this 4 can go on top of the 5, and it goes like so, because 1 is used to learn this, and then we're kind of saying that the 4 segments that are left over we can build on, and when we build on it, we can use that to, we're using this just to designate what we're doing in that time. And so this is how that would work. I'm using green technology only a supporting technology. I don't know what we're going to call it, but we'll call it right now supporting technology. On the top has to be of the same color. So if you can see, there's green, purple, red, blue, and then here there's green, purple, red, blue. So green begets green. Okay, so let's say if they're the same size. Right now we have a 5 here, and let's say we have 5 here. Okay, so it's a 5 green, and I can place a 5 supporting technology on there. Because they're the same length, I'm going to use my time doing the special technology and not the base technology. You can do that because they're the same length. So we're going to just say, bam, this is green. It was green first, but we're going to build on top of that, with a 5 segment green. Boom. Why that's significant? In a week, these are cubes we get to use in the game. They're kind of like the way you would do action selection. So during this month, we'll get a blue cube. Here, if this was here, we would get a green cube. But since that we built over that technology with that specialized technology, we would get the the blue cube to use, and then that to use. We wouldn't get to use this. But if we could have upgraded our specialized a little smaller, that would allow us to do this, to get all 3. And let's say if we were really a badass and we got this green all the way down to like a 2 segment, and we went over here, we flip it because they're specialized and they built on the top of foundation. It goes like that. We could do, with this one foundation, we can do those segments on top of it, which is pretty cool. Okay, so we would set up the whole month like that with these cubes. That's how we go. We basically get, here's the cubes we have access to. Let's say we have all these cubes, and then we put them in the week. So let's say I want to put this gray one in the week. I look at what's the smallest segment I can do is a 5. Well, let's say it's not a 5. Let's say it's a 6. Let's say the smallest segment is a 6. Boom, I could put it like that, and that would give me a gray. Grays are neutral. They'll give you any, they count as any of them, but as you can see, they start further down. Okay, so anytime you build a segment over these sad faces, they give you sad faces. Now, sad faces aren't necessarily bad, but they're not good. A sad face, you can spend it to upgrade technology. And the way that kind of thematically works is, we'll call those sad faces fulfillment. You have, by working on the weekends, you feel less fulfilled in your life. So you spend that fulfillment, let's say if you want to further your pursuit in becoming better at work. So you spend, let's say you feel 5 unfulfilled because of crossing over these sad faces and getting more sad faces. You have 5 unfulfillment. You could spend unfulfillment to learn better green stuff. So let's say that moved it, let's say, you went 1 here and you move this down. So now your greens can be as small as 4. And you're using your sadness. So it's kind of a self-fulfilling thing. Like you work on the weekends. This is a calendar. These are the weekends. You work on the weekends. You feel unfulfilled for working on the weekends, but then you turn around and use that to further your technology within a certain type of cube, and then a certain technology or a certain skill, and then I don't know. I'm just using a bunch of words in placement of anything better, but just say let's just, if we called it skills, you're using your skills during the week. Sometimes you're working weekends. That unhappiness that you feel for having to work the weekends, you can use that as determination to better your skills, which means to better your skills means you get the same amount of cubes, but for less of these length. Okay, so I really like the way that sort of works. It's fiddly as fuck. Like, I would say it is probably too fiddly, but I do like it. As I'm explaining it, I do like what I'm coming up with here. The other idea I had was to let's just take these segments out and we'll just simplify it for everybody and say that this can be one cube can be within a week, and then yeah, the more I think about it, the more I don't like my other idea. Now that I'm thinking about it, my epiphany, maybe I might have fucked up my whole epiphany. Okay, so let me try to sell myself on the other idea. Okay, so the idea would be I put a cube down, like I would have a list and it would say how long or how many other cubes can go within that section. So in this case, in a row, only one cube can be in there in each zone. We're going to call the middle section the week zone, and then we'll call this the Saturday zone, and we'll call this the Sunday zone. So in this zone here, which is the week, I can only have one cube. If I had octagons, or let's say cylinders, well, I'm just using this as a random thing to place here, I could say it could have one cube and one cylinder. And the cylinder is that top thing, that special skill. Or, we can look at it like this thing. This is the skill. This is the specialized skill. You can put one skill. If you have a skill, it could be one per zone. So this is one zone. This is the one skill. Okay. If you had a specialized skill that we'll have a little track, it could be just like before. If the specialized skill isn't honed in enough, it falls outside of being able to fit in that work week. If it's honed in just enough, then you will have to pick between which one do you want to learn. Do you want to do the cube or do you want to do the special one? If it's honed in, if it's refined enough, it could be on the inside of this cube where it could have a cube and a specialized thing. So I don't know if I was thinking clearly enough earlier. I'm drinking some energy drink so that I can get some energy here. This is Froze Rose. It's actually the best tasting bang there is. I'm not a big fan of energy drinks, and this is the only one I drink because it packs in a punch and doesn't have any sugar. Hopefully it doesn't keep me up all night. I've already had one today at the first thing this morning. I'm killing myself with all this fucking caffeine. Okay, so here's the problem. I'm coming up with this idea to make it easier. And I was totally psyched on this new way of doing it. But as I'm explaining this other thing, I fucking like it better. Fuck. Son of a bitch. Fucking sucks to like it better. God damn it. Okay, so let's think about this. Um. Okay. How much easier will it be just to go? Okay, I can put that cube in this week, that cube in this week, that cube, that cube. I've got this bonus. I can set it there. Um, Not having these segments. What if you can? Okay, so I'll admit this is fucking easy. it's, it's gonna be hard to explain it, but it's fucking easy. So what if let's just take these segments out and let's just look at these. Okay, so if we do green, let's say if we want to do it 5 long, we could stick the green in there. Do we put 5 green in there to show that it's 5 green long? Do we need to just say bam, this fits within 5, 1 2 3 4 5? Okay, let's say purple is 3, so let's say I want to stick purple here. So we know the outer edge is here, and so what if they're black ones, brown ones? Okay, so what if they're brown ones that we just say, okay, so this one's 3 long, and we can do that, and then let's see, gray was 6 long. What do we do to show that it's going on these sad faces? Because I want to go as far, like when you place them to the far to the left as you can. Or maybe you'll place them furthest to the right as you can. So let's just look at it differently. Let's look at it like it's like that. Okay, so this one goes 6. So we would do that. Well, let's say if it was 7, how would I show that it went over here? How do you show that it's part of that same thing? Would you just... Okay, so brown means it's dead, or brown means it's vacant, and... Oh, we'll do a white one. Let's do a white cube. Apply. And white shows that it's with that. So this shows that that's a 7 segment long. This shows that that's a 5 segment long. That's a 5. When can we go across and make it where we're using sad faces on purpose? Maybe anytime. So this one goes 1 2 3 4. Let's say we make it 5 long. No, that's 4 long. So we make it 5 long. This one 5 long. And then we do this gray, and then we'll do it 6 long, which goes like that. Okay, this green one, let's say it's a 5 segment long one, it would replace that. Huh. Okay, so let's say if this green one can go in a gray one, this one is 5 long. So it would be like this, but brown. And it would go... Okay, so let's think about height and stacking in game design. So we probably don't want these cubes to be on the bottom level. What we want on the cubes, what we want on the cubes is to be on this inner level so that you know that it's kind of higher, just visually. So what we're gonna say, oh wait, can we make these thicker? What's it look like when they're thicker? manufacturing wise, I don't know how that's going to work out. Okay, so we're not using cubes. We're going to end up using chits, but we have different size chits. I don't know. This was kind of cool. I guess you could do something like that, but I don't like that because I don't like it just because it's these two types of elements. We could just put two of these on top of each other. We just put it like that, and you know that, like from across the thing, you'll know this is the bonus and this is the other thing. Or maybe these are cylinders, like, you know, you have something like this, and then when it's a bonus, you know, you just put that on top of it, and you know, bam. No, I don't like that. Could be just. So I'm trying to do like what the foundation is going to be on the bottom. Maybe in manufacturing we could do like a thin. It can't be too thin though. So I have brown and white cubes. Brown cubes tell you where they end. We can do black. Let's see what black looks like. Black is probably too dark. Yeah, it's too dark. I need to lighten that cube up a little bit. Okay, let's just. We'll go to this corner. Then we slide up a little bit. Is that any better? It's too dark still. It's a little bit better. Okay. Shit, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. That would be a lot of cubes to have to deal with. Is that easier? Okay, so let me go ahead and let me set up. Let me go back to the beginning of this bullshit, and I'll set it up. I haven't come up with all the rules because there's going to be a lot of rules to come up with. Okay. So we're going to do without the segments. We're going to do a white cube. Oops, didn't do it. Apply. Okay, and then we'll do black cubes. Let's go to this lighter black. Okay. So we've got these two kinds of cubes to show us the end. So we'll put out one of each color. It's not there. We're going to do it like the game. And let's say we got that, which means we get this, this, and that. These are 4s. Okay, so I could put this 6 there, and it's to the end of here, so we don't put anything. That's a 6 with 2 sad faces. This is 6 as well. So I could do that 6. And I could get this book. This book is at a 4. I could put this book in here. And then this one's at a 5. This one's at a 5. This one's a 4. I don't have any 4 stuff to go there. 4. Yeah, I just don't like that as much as being able to go. Haha. This is cumbersome as a bitch, though. And the problem is when I start doing these 3 rounds, there's so much shit going on. But I did figure out how to make this player mat, which will make things a whole lot fucking easier. Let me go ahead and do that. Let's see. I don't know how far back. There it is. It's not too far back. Yeah, I had an idea while I was doing this. And what we'll do is let's get rid of that shit. Let's go to there. Let's use this. We'll bring this in. I got a better way to do it. Let's get rid of this shit. Here's what we'll do. We'll select these. They're grouped. So let's ungroup them. Ungroup. And then we'll copy it. Control CF. We'll bring that to there. And then we'll do the same thing down here. Control CF. Take a look. We did it. All right. So now that we have that, what we'll do is we'll shade these slightly different color. Go darker with these. I wish it wasn't that dark. Okay. And then we'll go 1. Make that impact. I kind of like it to be this color. This lighter gray. 2. 3. Actually, I kind of like the idea. We'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. I like that more better. And then we'll go like that. Cool. Yeah, that's what we'll do. What else can we do? That's it for now. We'll save it. Then we'll make a JPEG. Drink some energy drink. Listen to the music, by the way, so if you see me bobbing my head, I'm not having a spasm or anything. Okay, so now the way it'll happen is, let's say at the beginning, I'll look at my hands. Which ones are the incomes? So these are my incomes. So it's one of each, and they're all 5. So these are all 5. So I go in this 5 section, and I go, I've got a gray 5. I've got that 5. I've got that 5. I've got that 5 and that 5. And then let's say I had this card. Get this shit from under there. These are at -1. -1 from that. So I would have it would look like that. And then this bonus would look like that. Oh wait, these are 4s. This one is a 4 as well. Okay, so now this is pretty cool, because now I can decide, do I want to make a cost to go bigger? So like, to go from this section to this section, maybe that's too much. Because I want to do this thing where you could always go bigger, but you can never go smaller. I mean, the going smaller is the hard limit. The other thing we can look at is, if we go bigger, we need to think about what does that mean? Do we take any negatives for going bigger? Because our current problem is, with these 5s, I can go here. I think I came up with the answer today. What would stop a player from taking this to just trying to rape train this thing? Maybe we make these sad faces worse. So like, you're not going to do that much, because maybe if you get too many sad faces, you're forced to quit. So when one of these, like, okay, so you're trying to make these cards go off, and each check mark is either a victory point or it's a sad face for doing a bad job. Someone can come along and do a bad job here and screw you. So this is, let's say, a gray player. There's not a gray player, but let's say a gray player goes here and it's supposed to be here. They take one sad face, but they give you 2 sad faces. And let's say you were riding the lightning, you're way in the fuck over here, you know, and they screwed your job up because this job didn't get finished, so it doesn't have, it's available for sabotage. They sabotage your job so that you get fired or you quit. If it's on your turn, you quit. If it's not on your turn, you get fired. I like that. Oh shit, I'm a badass. Okay. Oh man, I like that. I'm amusing myself. Okay. So we're gonna do here is make these much more drastic. I got a piece of paper here that I was working on. You probably can't see, but it's just fucking shit on it. I think I said how many sad faces I wanted in the ends. Hope I did. 3 and 4. Good fucking lord. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna do our 3, 4 sad faces to make this really fucking fucked up. I know I'm cussing a lot. So I cuss a lot. Let's see. Let's go here. And then we will work on this shit. I said 3 and 4, so let's move that shit. We get this. We're gonna get these. We're just gonna delete the ×2. Actually, you know what? Let's just delete all that shit right there. And then we'll go times, I think I said ×4 and ×3. Like, working the weekend sucks. That's what we're saying. We could do that. We want it kind of big enough to see. So there we are at ×4. Nice. Okay, and then we'll do this one. For religious reasons, they really fucking don't like working on the weekends. When they, I mean, the invisible fucking players that I have here. Go here. And then we'll go 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. I probably should have grouped it. It would have been way smarter. Way more smart. No time like the present. Okay, so I'm trying to select these. Here, I'll just do it faster. Bam. So I've got design music that I've been doing for game design for like a year. I've been doing Little Debbie. She's out of San Francisco. Female rapper. The music kind of geeky, kind of cool. I mean, it's not geeky subject, but geeky. Not hardcore rap for sure. It's kind of like bubblegum rap to me. I don't know, maybe that's not cool to say. It's just not the most hardcore rap for sure. Anyway, so that's been my design music for this year and last year. Since I was doing Matchstick Girls. Let's see, get rid of that. We'll move these over. Basically, we're copying, sliding it over, and then using shift to keep it in line. Okay, so instead of me instead of me giving the players incentive to make it wider, I made a disincentive. Like, you can do it, but that's a crap ton of fucking unhappiness or unfulfillment. Got that. And then I'll move that down. Sweet. I like it. I'll save it. I'm gonna make it smaller and then look around the edges and make sure there's no little pieces of crap laying around like stray dots and shit. We'll replace this yet again. Okay, let's go ahead and go to Lazy's Monday. Let's do I have any cards here? 52, hopefully that's right. Let's go L, make sure there's no cards underneath. There's not. Okay, so we'll go ahead and, oh, there they are. Flip those over, put those in there, shovel, shovel, shovel. Let's replace this. Okay, and now that we've replaced it, let's lock, it's locked. Let's go ahead and go here. Actually, let's do this. We'll take all that shit off of there. This month allows you a day off. So each month you can get one day off. So, and so this month, if you did the whole month, you could get the day off. And you collect the one segment ones in here. So you at least know that they're one segment ones. They would go there. I'm saying that out loud for myself more than anybody else. Okay. So let's go ahead and save it. Game, actually. Let's move all this shit back over here. My stupid mess. This is just gonna be a long game. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mo. Long fucking game. Da-da-da. I'm trying. Okay. We'll stop there. Let me go ahead and save it. And then I'll take a small intermission, a small break. And then we will start streaming some more. I need like a... Okay, so I'm going to make a little deal for my transitions. Yeah, I'm going to make a little transition to like a dude, like an old school, be right back kind of a thing. That's what I'm going to do. Let me make sure. Overwrite. So for those of you who watched, thank you very much. I'll be back in a minute with part 2. Take a break to say hello to the womans. Say hello to my Sarah and see what's up. Alright, see how to turn this damn thing off.